We live, we live. Hey man, I hope you guys having a phenomenal day. I'm having one. I'm with my little man. About to take him to the park. Mother's under the weather because of my little man. So daddy gotta step in and Joe went down the wrong hole post. And do what we gotta do. But hey man, I know you guys seen the live earlier today, man. I told you man, I'm gonna show you exactly what these religions has done to our people and how it's literally destroying us, turning men into women and women into men. It's all the foundation of devil's choice, right? So, you know, you guys are gonna have to tune in, continue watching. I'm definitely gonna have one. Like I told you, I gotta talk about Amina and Amina Araya, who was the queen of Kush, the mother of Kush, the mother of Kush who went to war on the behalf of her husband after her husband was murdered by the Romans, and they triumphed and they won. So I'm definitely gonna be elaborating on her and showing you guys not only who she was and also what she believed in at the time. Right now, one thing I realized about this paganism that they try to put on blacks and African people that steps away or that's not participating in Christianity. They try to use, the term paganism because we, like I said before, we always worship multiple deities. We never we never believed in monotheism. We never believed in this heaven and hell story. Paradise is literally called the animals herd. That's where they got it from Greek mythology, and then they created their own. They created their own understanding through religion. A lot of these things within the Nicaea Council, a lot of these things in the Nicaea Council, a lot of these things come from, you know, the this meeting, the Council of Nicaea. That's where a lot of these terminologies was brought up and developed or created, however you wanna map it. That's how these joints came about. You understand? A lot of these things, a lot of these stories were not stories of old. Like I said before, nobody knew what hell was. The book of Enoch came. The book of Enoch was a book. When you go down the history of the creation of the book of Enoch was created after we fell as a continent, and then also when these people started rewriting history, they created the story of Enoch. All that biblical stuff, the days of this and all the blah blah blah, all of that is lies. All of it is lies. Okay. The story of Enoch was literally all these things was created. Just like, for example, the book, the Dead Sea Scrolls was put together or so-called, AKA, founded in 1948. So when these people gained their positions, this is when these books started making their way into libraries, started making their way into people's hands. Prior to that, nobody was knowing about that. When you see the conception of the Bible, there was never no story of the book of Enoch, man. Never no book or the story of Enoch at all. After the Bible and these people got their positions that they wanted, that's when the story of Enoch came about. You understand? This is when it came about. Everything outside of that, everything outside of that is lies. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, my job is to continue exposing these lies and to remove the Euro-Christian ideology. So you guys will ask me, what is you doing? So what's the purpose? Like, that's the purpose, to remove the Euro-Christian mentality from our hearts, mind, and soul. I made me a poufant. I don't know what they call it, but this one is amazing. Hmm. A frate, whatever. This joint is amazing. This is called the June version. Hmm. But that's literally what I'm on as far as my purpose. My purpose is to remove the Euro-Christian ideologies from our circumference. Like literally, remove it all. Because through this removal, we can sit down as men and women, fathers, brothers, husbands, wives. We can sit down and we can negotiate and conversate without having any sense of belief. We're going to be able to sit down and conversate on the facts. That's what's going to happen once the Euro Christian ideology is removed. Because right now, everybody is in a stance of belief. And my belief is this: my God is that. My this and that. All of this concept comes with the Council of Nicaea. This is where that mentality comes from. So when we remove that from our circumference, we'll be able to sit down and have a conversation. We'll be able to sit down and reason. We'll be able to sit down and analyze and be able to pinpoint the very things that these people have done to remove us from who we are. But none of this is going to take place until the Euro Christian ideology is removed. So my job is to continue pushing and continue exposing the Euro-Christian ideology. Everything that you see going on around you, all the negativity, all the bitterness, all the fightings, all the murders, all the wars, all of this comes under the guidelines of Euro-Christian ideology. My God said I was supposed to come here and plummet your land. My God said what you guys are believing in is evil. My God said, etc., 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 etc. That's the stem point for all problems. Okay, that's the stem point for all problems. This is the stem for all problems. It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with nationality. Everything is based on beliefs and religion. Religion is the reason why these people felt entitled to come into your land and take it over. Religion is the reason why they see you as inferior. Religion is the reason why. It has nothing to do with nothing. You guys call it. Look, religion is the reason why you guys thinking it's a curse. It's religion. The Euro Christian ideology literally got brothers and sisters thinking that the reason why they've been violated, the reason why they've been taken advantage of, the reason why their land was taken from them is because we wasn't walking in the ways of God. Meanwhile, the only people that serve the God that's in the Bible better than you are the ones that gave it to you. Look at the Jewish people. They walk up and down the streets. They got their own communities. They got their own church, their own schools. They got everything. They got everything under this God. You, on the other hand, you trying to follow, copy, and paste, and you're wondering why you are in your circumstances. You're wondering why you are in your circumstances. The African people, the indigenous people that keeps the ways of the creators in its whole totality, because the land has been hijacked and overtaken, they put these people in the outskirts, put them in the outskirts. They put them in the outskirts and say that this is yours, stay there. They don't know. Black. they, they put you in the outskirts. All of that is intentional. They put them in the outskirts so they can have literally absolutely no connection to the people, right? And then they demonize them. So when you see them on TV screens, you see them as savages. That's exactly how they want you to see them, as savages. These are the third world people in Africa. These are the ones that don't have access to internet, don't have access to cell phones. They the ones, but the world see them, the way the world must say critique them, the way the world what's the word, depict them is evil or just not in touch. And these people are well in touch. These people are well in touch. They're just not in touch with the Euro Christian ideology. So they stay away. They get depicted as, savages. So when a brother see that and then they see them dancing and they dancing on dirt and stuff like that, you instantly put it in your mind and say, you see, this is why we don't do that. This is why we are in the circumstances. When will our people wake up? When will our people wake up? Is it them that needs to wake up, or is it us that needs to wake up? Because these individuals been doing a practice for 2,000 plus years. 2,000 plus years. 2,000 plus years. They can trace it back. We over here, we on the other hand, are trying to trace back 30 minutes. We can't even go back 30 years. Black people can't even go back 30 years. If it wasn't for hip hop, we wouldn't be able to go back 30 years. I ain't trying to learn about no black European kings. I'm trying to learn strictly and solely on the brothers that's in Africa. I need to know about my people before the invasion. No, there's no disrespect. This is no disrespect. But I think we are at a space and time in our lives where it's time for black people, especially those that's from a descendant of the continent. It's time for us to know our land. You see, like how they teach you to know America. America is not the land of black people. This is prison unto us. Remember, we were sent here for servitude. We was not sent here to be free. We was not sent here to be prosperous. We was not sent here to do nothing but be taken advantage of and put money in these people's pockets. That's what slave. This is what America is to black people. We, on the other hand, we need to learn our African history. I should be able to see a flag and be able to identify the location of Africa. I should be able to know every so-called divide colonized area in Africa. I should know Sudan. I should know Ethiopia. I should know Sub-Sahara. I should know Ghana. I should know Mali. I should know Benin. I should know Cameroon. I should know all of these names. There's like 50 something. There's like 50 something areas within that land, and we're supposed to know these things, and we do not know these things. I know more about American literature and understandings than I do my actual continent. And these are one of the steps that we as people need to do in order to proclaim and reclaim our identity. We need to know our history. Our history will never be told by the outsiders. Let that be clear. Our history will never be told by the outsiders. We need to sit down with people that's born and raised from that land, teachers who can speak both languages. Teach me. I'm willing to learn. These are the things that I'm open for. I'm not opening for anything outside of that. I don't want to hear no religious texts. I don't want to hear no Quran. I don't want to hear no Jewish stories. I don't want to hear about no commandments. I don't want to hear about none of these things because none of these things is beneficial for me long term. I'm not passing down a rich heritage. I'm passing down a forced heritage that was forced upon me that I'm now supposed to give to my people. These are the things that no, we're not doing that. I need to know purity. I need to know the pure essence of who I am, the purity of it, the beauty of it. Not the images, the stories, the depictions that they perceive in our minds. You know that comes with the Euro-Christian ideology. Once the Euro-Christian ideology is removed from you, you will see your people as your people. You will see your brothers as your brothers. You will not have hatred for your brothers. This is facts. And these are the things, as you know, these are the things as like I said for myself. These are the things that I need to get done. I need to get it done. I could do all of the talking every single day, and this is what we're doing moving forward on the ROD podcast. We be talking about the African kings. Like I did one, on the verdict, facts over beliefs. I did one of the Benin Empire. I did that. Phenomenal. And even just watching that and hearing that, it's like, damn, how come I don't know these things? You know what I'm saying? How come we don't know these things? Why? Why aren't these things? Why aren't these things in our forefront? Why aren't these things in our history books? Why am I learning about Christopher Columbus? Why am I learning about George Washington? Why am I learning about people that's historically been known for slavery, been historically been known for genocide, historically been known for kidnap, rape, robbery? Why am I learning about these things? I'm not. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm not no Indian. I'm not no American. That's not who I am. I can trace my bloodline goes back to the Benin Empire. I'm sorry. I'm from a Haitian descent. Wrong person. Wrong person. And this listen, man. This newly uncovered ideology of black people being Native Americans. Come on, man. Stop with the madness. You guys don't even know how you guys got there. Okay? The first people that was there in America was the indigenous Indians. Those people came from those people are what you call your modern day Europeans. They are European descent. You can just look by the texture of their nose. They are European descent. They traveled. They was they are from the what you call the Celtic people. That's who they are. They are the Celtic people. They made their ways into the shores. They traveled through the shores of Russia when they was fleeing whatever situation they was going through with the Romans, because not the Romans, it probably is the Romans, but they was going through whatever they was going through with whoever was ruling at the time, and they migrated up to the northeast, to the north east regions of what you guys call Russia or Asia. That's why you see they look like Asians. You see how they look. They look Asian. They fled. They moved, and then they kept migrating. They migrated and they end up in Alaska. If you go look into a map, you can see that literally the connection from Russia to Alaska is literally a swim away. Is literally a swim away. And then they migrated from Alaska and they made their way down. They made their way down into Canada. Then they made their way down to America. Okay, we're talking thousands of years. All right, black people was coming over there. We was shipping and we was always black people. We was always traveling. We was explorers. Don't let these people feed you nonsense and tell you that we was just sitting still in our lane, in our island, and we didn't know how to move, and it was up to them. They the ones that made us move, and all that's nonsense. We was already traveling. We was doing this. We met those people. We was trading with these people. When these Europeans came there, that's how they knew that Africa had so much riches. Because when they end up going there, they see the copper and the gold that the Native Americans, the native people of the land had. And they said, where did you get that from? And they said, oh, we got it from Africa. Because people like Mansa Musa, these people was traveling all through those regions. You can find all this documentation. Not this foolish documentations that come from this these dudes who saying that they indigenous to America but calling on Allah. Come on, man, stop with the madness, man. Like, come on, son. Like I said, I'm full blood African. Anybody that denies their Africanness is people that's traumatized, that's suffering from Euro Christian ideology. You're gonna give me Euro Christian ideology. The person that wrote that book is from a Euro Christian mentality. They're not writing the book and giving it to you from a core based, righteous, universal perspective. Their foundation is Euro Christian. Okay? If it wasn't Euro Christian, it would be unable to be published. Okay? They reject things that's unsuited for their world national view. And that's what that was, man. Nah, don't delete it. Don't delete it, sis. Let those things play. Nah, don't delete it because this just justifies everything that I say. Don't delete it. Leave it there. Leave it all there. We're not doing what these other people do. Leave it there. So it justifies what I say. This is just Euro Christian. This is just my people's laws for Euro Christian ideology. Like the Bible said, my people's laws for lack of knowledge. No, my people's laws under Euro Christian ideology. That's just what it is. It's not. It's nothing to be upset about. You know what I'm saying? I'm listen. It just proves my point all the time. That's just what it is. It just proves my point, and I love it. It proves my point. Our people are suffering. This is another distraction to keep black people away from their land. It's another distraction. You're gonna hear people say, "Oh, yeah, the Memphis in Tennessee, that's the river of Memphis, all the madness, copper, the gopher wood. The gopher wood is in Florida." No, they created and put the name gopher wood because they didn't know how to explain and say what that was. It's the truth, man. I got to get out of this Euro Christian ideology. This is what Euro Christian ideology is doing to our people. It's creating self hate. It's making our brothers believe a story that's not true. Just like they're making you believe the Biblos, a story that's not true. Now I got to deal with the brothers and sisters who believe that America is their land. Listen, if you want America to believe that's your land, listen, I'm not here to fight nobody. You want to believe this your land? Listen, if you believe that this is your land, you should be more mad than anybody else. You should be more mad than anybody else because they violating your land. They killed your people off. They killed your people off, and now they took it over, and now they acting like you guys don't even exist. Now they putting things on your land that's destroying. They messing with the water. They messing with y'all fruits. They messing with y'all women. They violating y'all children. You should be even more mad. There's even more reason for you to be a part of the movement and be a part of this fight and stand up for pure righteousness. You should be mad. You should be mad. I'm pissed off, but you guys should be very mad to see how everything that was once yours no longer yours. You should be mad to see how your history is being thrown in the garbage. You should be very, very mad. You should be pissed off to see what these people are doing to you. You know what I'm saying? You love your dad? Huh? I'll slap you into next week. My son is a goon. But you should be mad. You should be highly upset. And this is the things that I'm talking about. But understand this, that your viewpoints, your foundation is Euro Christian ideology. You guys may agree. Some of you guys may be in denial, but your foundation is Euro Christian ideology. This whole entire establishment of America is Euro Christian ideology. The way that you dress is Euro Christian ideology. The way that you talk, Euro Christian ideology. The things that you have to accept now, right? You want to be a him, you want to be a her, you want to be it, you want to be a pronoun. Guess what that falls under? Euro Christian ideology. That does not fall under nothing righteous. Doesn't fall under nothing African. Growing up, we knew man, woman, boy, girl. Now you can be whatever you want to be. You want to be a binary. You want to be a secondary. You want to be a primary. You want to be an orderly. You want to be a cactus. You want to be a mammal. You want to be a bat. You want to be a chicken. You could be whatever you want to be. I remember growing up when you used to fill out job applications, right? When I was young, you used to fill out job applications. That joint only showed two things. It said male, female, black or white or other. Now, now is binary, secondary, absolutely. You could be whatever you want to be. Whatever you want to be. What are you? Heterosexual, bisexual, intersexual, international? All these words, things you ain't never heard before. All of these things, all under the guidelines of Christians. So when I hear people say that, this is our indigenous land, where did you learn? Who told you this? Who's feeding you this story? If this is your land, why would explain to me when did you claim this land? After the land became prosperous, because you guys wasn't claiming it when it was nothing. You guys wasn't claiming it when it was literally worth literally $5. There was absolutely no claim, but there's claiming now. So if you're claiming it now, what literature did you read that made you believe that this is your land? What literature? What literature? And then how do you prove? How do you prove that this is your land? How do you prove that you are the people? How do you prove that genetically? How? Because again, if under Euro-Christian ideology, it opens the doors for belief. How do you prove it? Because if you're black like me, you as laws of our identity like I am. So how do you prove it? And if you can't prove it, then that means 9 out of 10 times you're just standing on a belief. Like I said, we want facts. We want the facts. I don't want no belief. The facts is black people was taken from their homes and sent to various locations. These are facts. Black people was forbidden to doing anything African as far as spiritual connection. These are facts. These are facts. Black people didn't know nothing about Christianity, Judaism, Hebrewism, the Abrahamic religion. Black people did not know nothing about that until they was invaded and taken over and colonized. This is facts. This is not my opinion. This is not my assumption. These are the facts. So if these are the facts, right? If these are the facts, then this is how we need to navigate. We need to navigate around the facts. We're not navigating around beliefs. So if you tell me that you are the indigenous people of America, and I say, okay, what is the facts? And then you tell me something that's going to lead to another assumption or insertion or belief, I can't accept that. Oh yeah, we the indigenous people of America. Okay, how can you prove that genetically? What's going on within me that can prove that this is my land? How do we prove that? How do we prove that? You're unable to, because then you're gonna lead to, but we was reading these books. You gotta just look at this, man. Look at Egypt, bro. Egypt is in Tennessee. Memphis is in Tennessee. You see that? That this is the insertions. This is the belief. This is the assumption. This is not the facts. Because somebody could tell you, oh no, we created this in 1705. Then what? Then what's the argument? This ain't, like I said. This is not no place of me disrespecting nobody. You people is gonna believe what they want to believe, but I'm telling you that we not moving on belief no more, because belief ain't gotten us nowhere. We who were here lived in harmony with mother. Probably so. Probably so. I don't know. Like I said, I don't stand on belief. I want the facts. The fact of the matter is people invaded. The fact of the matter is people was colonized. The fact of the matter is religion was forced onto us. These are the facts. So if these are the facts, like I said, we must navigate around the facts. I can't navigate off beliefs. I can't navigate off beliefs. Beliefs are a man's opinion or viewpoint on something, right? R. Kelly said he believed he can fly. He was flying all right, and he landed in jail. You see how it works? That was his belief. He believed that he can fly. Just like people don't even understand. Somebody else's perception on something can destroy humanity. I'm gonna give you an example. Martin Luther King said, "I have a dream." He had a dream. His dream was not your dream, but because everybody wanted to follow that dream, you see what happens to humanity. You get what I'm saying? You got to sit down and you got to think about things like that, bro. You got to think about things like that. It's the facts that we want, bro. No disrespect to anybody's belief, but we want the facts. This is what the oral D is about. Facts over beliefs. If you could provide me facts, this is why I discontinue reading out of the Biblos because it doesn't. The foundation is not on facts; it's a belief. You, because the Arab believes something else, the Chinese believe something else. So if this is a belief, so then this belief has no substance. This belief has no substance. And if it has no substance, how can it sustain me? How can it preserve me? How can it elevate me? How can it protect me? Because how many black people you know is Christians and still was being lynched? How many black people you know with is Islam and still spinning the block, killing each other? These are people with their own beliefs. We cannot rely on beliefs. We have to let go of the beliefs. Like the person wrote, I don't know, I didn't get a chance to see the name. The person said that we are the indigenous people of America. How can you prove this? Provide me with the facts. Provide me with the facts. Do not give me no lectures. Give me the facts. And then through the facts, I will kindly listen to your facts and see where you go with. People get upset. It's not for you to get upset. I'm forcing you to challenge the narrative, bro. You have to challenge the narrative. You have to be strong enough to go against the grain. You have to go against the grain to understand this European campaign. This is a campaign. This is a full-fledged attack upon black and brown people, bro. They're literally navigating our life, giving us an assumption, giving us a perception on how we supposed to view life, how we supposed to live life. And these things are stuff that has absolutely no connection to us. History shows that, bro. Just look. Just look at the community. Look at the neighborhood. Look at America in general, bro. Look at America in general. Everybody got their own beliefs, their own assumptions. And when I speak mainly for black people, yeah, you have a belief, I have a belief, but these beliefs can't even come together to create communities, hospitals, banks, you know what I'm saying? Schools, basketball teams, sports, black owned arena. We can't do that. And all of us got all the money. You know why? Because of my belief. My belief says this, and you go against my belief, so I can't stand with you. But if we all were standing on the facts, we will be able to navigate and put our eyes on those who created these facts for us. Listen, like I said, you're gonna do you are going to be entitled to believe on what you have to believe in. You understand? Grandma's gonna teach you something. Your great grandmother's gonna teach you something. But like I said, the foundation of our very existence, our foundation of our very existence, is not of African origin. Is not of Native, indigenous American perception. The guidelines is Euro Christian, because the Euro Christians will not let anybody live that was not accepting their ideology. This is historical facts, people. You did not believe in what they believed in, you was executed. Okay? To the point where they left children alive. This is facts. When you look into the shipping logs of the individual, the mass majority of them was children, bro. It was children. It was children, guys. The mass majority of our people, when you read the books, How to Make a Negro Christian, when you read those books, man, they only sole purpose was to get who? The children. Reprogram the children. It wasn't about nothing else but the children, because they knew that they could not get the adults. They knew that they couldn't get the fathers, the mothers. They knew that they couldn't get these people. So they had to do what? They had to do things to sit comfortably for the children. You understand? It's the children that they was after. The children was being reprogrammed. This is why when you see church, it navigates and it appeals to who? It appeals to children. That's why Christmas comes, they're going to put all the decoration. That's why Easter comes, they're going to put all the decoration. Halloween, all of this is to entice the children because children, they're going to remember all the good things that they had when they was children, and then they're going to pass that same ideology onto their children, and they're going to keep this cycle going. People don't understand. This is tactics. You guys need to read The Art of War. Read the book, The Art of War, and you're going to get an understanding. You said, brother, who wrote whatever was written? Who wrote whatever was written? Listen, whoever wrote it, I promise you, it wasn't coming from no man. In fact, our history was always oral. Pause. Our history was always oral. It was never written. Never. Studies show that black people are more receptive to worldly reminders, worldly conversations, mouthly conversations. I said word. It sounds like I said worldly, but I'm saying wordly. Word. WORDLY. Wordly conversations. Black people remember more than a text, remember more than an email, than a writing. You know why? Because we are oral people. We operate orally. Pause. Right? That's why black people, we strive when it comes to doing things physical. Right? Talking to somebody physically, it's easy for us to connect compared to you writing it in a book and you telling me to study and read. Okay? It's in our DNA. This is our genetic. These are the facts, people. Like I said, these are facts. We go based on facts, not assumptions, not assumptions, not opinions, not insertions. Everything got to be under the guidelines of facts. We want the facts. I don't say truth because there's no truth in this earth. Everything is a lie. Everything that has been told to us has a lie. The very history that you guys are compiling and believing, these are lies. Because you know who wrote it? The liars. The liars wrote this. The liars who brought religion to you gave you this. So we can't stand on that. I ain't gonna stand on that. You understand? I'm just feeding you guys wisdom, man. That's why we operate with the facts. I want facts. We don't want no beliefs. You can believe whatever you want to believe. You are entitled to. But your belief is the reason why we suffering. Because we leaning too much on the belief and we not standing on the facts. The only time we want to stand on facts is when it comes to, when it comes to discrediting black people, or when a black man try to violate, you stand on facts, right? The fact of the matter is, if somebody violates your mother, there's no things gonna be okay. It's retaliation, right? That's a fact, right? Somebody violates your grandmother or whoever you love. The fact of the matter is, there's no friendship after that. That's a fact, right? Through belief, somebody would do something like that to you, and you would turn the other cheek, right? For example, we know how we got here. Whether you believe that you got here, you was here already, but whether you was here already, you knew that you was violated. You was violated by a particular group of people. But because of a belief, you believe that, you know what I'm saying? Everybody make mistakes, and your belief tells you you're supposed to forgive. That's the right thing. Then the matter is they violated. And when you violate, me and you could never be home. We could never be cool. We could never be friends. We could never have children together. We could never do nothing together because I remember that you violated. This is facts. Facts, people. Come on now, facts. This is what I'm saying. We want facts. This is what I'm saying. These dudes violated. We was violated. So when people violate, by default, universal law, you put your hands on somebody I love, universal law, I'm supposed to whoop your ass. Universal law. Facts. Opinion, right? Right? Facts. The belief is, oh, through religion, because that's what this is why religion was forced upon us, because they had to re-indoctrinate us to see things as this is prophecy. It was ordained by God for this to happen. It was ordained by God for me to come to your land, conquer it, take it over, and destroy the heathens. It was ordained for me to remove paganism and all this nonsense. It was ordained for me to do so. This is what they were feeding you. And then over time, because they was teaching the children, children becomes adults. This ideology gets passed on to their children. This ideology gets passed on to their grandchildren. This ideology gets passed on to whoever. As long as the cycle of deception keeps going, it's always going to be supportive. People is always going to stand on it. But when people like myself are waking up and telling people it's time to stand on the facts, put aside this belief of yours and let's worry about the facts, this is when people get scared. This is when our people get emotional. This is when our people say things like, "Oh man, we can't listen to him. He's not under the right spirit. He's under this. He's under that." This is what this is what religion do. This is what the ideology. This is what I'm trying to tell you. We are under Euro-Christian ideology. You know, I try to explain it in depth details, but it seems like a lot of you guys just need it. You need it raw and direct, or I gotta be more critique on how I'm saying it, more detailed on how I'm saying it, because it's just common sense, bro. It's just common sense. Who wrote whatever was written? Who wrote whatever was written? Like I told you, there's a lot of people that wrote whatever was written. But a lot of people, I go and I put my mind and I stand on the things that justify the facts. I don't go based on. You see, this is what religion do. See, you're trying to divert and say, but who wrote whatever was written? So you're gonna say, oh, he wrote it, but then it's gonna go against. No, my brother, I'm too advanced for that, pimp. Whatever people write, whatever literature people write, if it justifies facts, I stand for it. If it's an opinion or an assumption or a belief, I don't want no parts of it. That's the answer. It can't get any more simpler than that. That's the answer. I don't care who wrote it. If it's not justifying the facts of what's going on, then it don't mean nothing to me. That's the fact. If it does not justify, if it doesn't provide factual information, factual evidence, and the Bible was providing factual evidence and showing us, you know, archaeological stuff like dead bodies, burial sites of characters within the Biblos will have validity amongst me and a lot of people. But because there's no validity behind these things, because there's no validity behind these things, we can't support it. Even if the location is different. Oh, they said the location is here, but it's really here. The fact that it's that lets you know that it doesn't have validity, and we can't stand on that. Because again, you're gonna say this is the location. That person is going to say that's the location. Everybody's going to have a different perception, a different perspective. We don't want the perspective. We want the facts. Provide the facts. The fact of the matter is, this is why black people are suffering. The fact of the matter is, this is what people did to you. The fact of the matter is, this is a fact. The fact is, you can go inside your car and be a black man and die. You can be a black man and get pulled over by a police officer and die. These are facts. This is not an opinion. This is not an insertion. This is not a belief. This is a fact. You can live on Monday and be killed on Tuesday. This is a fact. This is not a belief. This is a fact. I have to poke right here. Move up a little bit. You said I wanted to do a family tree. When I realized is that Europeans stole this land, universal law, sometimes one cannot do what you wish to do. That is a fact. That, listen, if that's what you believe, I'm the fact of the matter is they are in your land, right? The fact of the matter is that's a fact, right? Right? The fact of the matter is that they violated your land, right? The fact of the matter is they destroyed the people that was in the land, right? Is this facts or belief? When you say I don't know facts, that means you don't know you are in denial on what happened to your people because you just said these people came in your land and you don't have the power to get them out your house. So this is facts, right? All right. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm saying. So when you stand on these facts and don't put no adjectives, no beliefs, no assumptions, and you stand on these facts, this is how you're going to be able to gain your power. Our people is all over the place because at the end of the day, it's some level of a belief that's in our ways, that's in our forefront, that's preventing individual from seeing exactly what's going on. This is what I'm trying to have people to understand. Facts over beliefs. You see, that's a fact that you just said. We both can agree that what I just said is a fact, right? So you can't say that I don't know facts. I don't know the facts. You know the facts. All right, we about to come out. Hold on, let me call my client. Give me a second. You know what I'm saying? What's up, my guy? Where you at? All right, I'm by the park. All right, yeah. But we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue more on these facts. But this is what I'm trying to have, brothers and sisters.